Hello, everyone, and welcome to Teaching in Room 9.
So come on in, take a seat, and let's get started.
Great job. Now, go ahead and touch your throat right here and see how they feel.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Teaching in Room 9.
Falcons are built for speed, so she doesn't have very wide wings.
And the numbers get bigger as we go across to the right. I just want you to start with saying hello. Remember, you got this.
All righty, are you ready to learn? Let's go! Welcome back to Teaching in Room 9, the region's largest classroom. I am Dr. Sanders, and we are in our amazing classroom where you can go anywhere and be anything. Before we get on our adventure, what do I always say? That's right, it doesn't matter if you're 2 or 102. We will have some fun. F-U-N, fun. We will have some fun while learning. Before we start this adventure, let's give some shout outs to some of my friends. My first friend today is Price. Hello, Price. Let's spell Price, capital P-R-I-C-E. P-R-I-C-E. Hello, Price. Now, my next name today is Christina. Hi, Christina. Are you having a wonderful day? Cool. Let's spell Christina. C-R-I-S-T-I-N-A. C-R-I-S-T-I-N-A. And my last name for today is Roger. Hello, Roger. How are you doing today? Excellent. Roger. What letter makes the sound R? Yes, R. Let's spell Roger. R-O-G-E-R. R-O-G-E-R. It is time for us to get into our adventure. Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? Then let's go!
Hi, Glenn. Did you finish your play date? Look at all these toys that you have. You must have had a really good time. How was it? Your friend was here. Your friend played with the bicycle. The friend wouldn't let you play with the bicycle. Oh, and now you're mad. I understand. You really love this bicycle. Sharing with friends can be sometimes hard. Would you like me to show you a strategy that helps me share with friends? Okay. It's called the ABCD strategy. It has 4 steps, A, B, C, and D. The first step is A, ask. Ask yourself, what's the problem? Why am I feeling so upset? Why is Glenn feeling upset? You know why. He loves the bicycle and his friend didn't let him play with it. So we've identified the problem. Now we move to B. B is brainstorm. Brainstorm means think about a lot of different ideas that might help solve the problem. In this case, maybe Glenn could play with one toy while his friend played with the bicycle, and then they could switch. Or maybe Glenn would say to his friend, I'll let you play with this for a little bit of time while I play with the bicycle, and then we'll switch and you can play with it for a certain amount of time while I play with this one. Those are some solutions. The next step is choose. We have to choose the solution that we would like to do. Glenn, did I give you a solution that you might want to choose? That's a good one. Okay. And then the last step is D, do. You do the solution that you chose. In this case, Glenn chose to play with a toy for a certain amount of time while his friend played with a bicycle. And then, once the time was up, he would switch with his friend. And there you have it, ABCD. And you're ready to go to school.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Teaching in Room 9. You are right on time for math class with me, Mrs. Ray. And I'm so glad you're here because today's lesson is all about 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional shapes. So come on in, take a seat, and let's get started. Now, I know I said some big words when I welcomed you to class today, but don't worry, we're going to learn all about them. First, we will start with two-dimensional shapes. Now, every shape has a rule that it follows, but the main rule for two-dimensional shapes is that they are flat. As you see here, that's the main thing we need to remember. We can't grab them, we can't turn them, we can't twist them to look under them. They're just flat. Think about something you drew on a piece of paper or something you drew on the dry erase board when you were at school. That is a two-dimensional shape, or 2D is what we call them around here. Now, for our friend, the 3D shape, now that one, it's not flat at all. It takes up space. You can turn it, you can flip it over, you can look at it from all kinds of sides. There might even be tops and bottoms, all sorts of things. Now, there are some rules that both of them share. They both could have some straight edges, and they both could have some corners. But we'll get into that when we see our examples. Are you ready? Let's get started. Now, our first one we are going to talk about is a circle. This is a circle. Now, there's not much to it, right? I really can't do a lot with this. It is flat. It is following the rule. I can't roll it around. There's no top or bottom. There are no sides for me to really hold it with both of my hands. Now, let's compare that to the 3D shape. This is a sphere. This is a 3D circle. Now, do you see the difference? I will put them next to each other so you can tell. Do you see the difference between these two? Now let's see. With my 3D shape, I can rotate it. I can roll it, right? I can do lots of things. I can hold it with both of my hands. And the main thing is it is taking up space, right? Now, this does not equal that. This one is not taking up space. And let's take a look. Do you think I can roll this? Let's try. Here we go. The answer is no. It doesn't roll. Not at all. Not even a little bit. My goodness. Okay, so now let's move to the next shape. Now we are talking about the triangle. Now the triangle does have 3 sides, 1, 2, 3. And it does have 3 corners. 1, 2, 3. Now, let's see. Will it stand up on its own? Nope, not even a little bit. So it follows the rule of a 2D shape. It is flat. I can put anything on top of this and it wouldn't even matter. Now, the 3D shape, this is called a pyramid. Do you see how I have to use both hands to pick it up? And just look, I'm going to turn it or rotate it so you can see all of the sides that are here. Now, something that they both have in common is that they both have some straight edges. We can see them here. And they both have some corners. Now, this one only had 3 corners. You remember? Let's count the corners on the pyramid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. So they have some things that are alike, but a lot of things that are not. Now let's talk about our friend the square. Here it is. Now our square does have some straight sides or edges, right? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it does have some corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. But other than that, There's not much else to it. If I turn it to the side, can you really touch the side with your hands? Not really. I mean, you really gotta hold on just to make sure you don't drop it. Now, the 3D friend of the square is the cube. That's this right here. Now, do you see how many flat sides we can see on this cube? There are a lot. And just look at all of the straight edges that we see on our cube as well. And there are even corners on our cube. Now, I think we can count the corners, so let's try. Now remember, the square only has 4 corners. Let's see how many the cube has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My goodness, that is a lot. And you can see cubes in lots of places. You know what this is. It's one of those toys where you have to twist it and turn it and solve it. This is a cube. Boys and girls, there are shapes everywhere. Some of them 2D, some of them 3D, but you know everything you need to know to figure that out. Now I want you to go home and see if you can identify some of those shapes. Can you find a circle? Can you find a sphere? Can you find a triangle? Maybe you can find a pyramid. Can you find a square? Or maybe you can even find a cube. Sometimes when you go in the kitchen and you're hungry and you reach for a can of soup, guess what? That too is a 3-dimensional shape. That's called a cylinder. And sometimes when you get a brand new pair of shoes, like for the beginning of the school year, that box is a 3D shape as well. See, we've got these shapes everywhere. Boys and girls, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so happy I got to see your face, and I do hope you come again. And when you do, make sure you bring a friend, because here in room 9, we have room for everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Art Museum! Wow! This is so cool. Look up there. Those are the
Hi, welcome to the St. Louis Art Museum. We are so excited to have you here. So how many of you have been here before? You want to raise your hands if you've been here before? No? Well, this is great. I'm glad that you are here to spend this time with us today. We are going to spend some time drawing together and playing in the galleries, and we'll get to see some really cool artworks. So this museum is kind of special because we have artworks from all across the world and artworks that span thousands of years. So some that are like thousands of years old and some that have been created not that long ago.
True. You guys can do a dance in the museum. That'd be fun. Yeah.
Shake the groove. It's 9 to 5, 9 to 5. Look at the 90s. So cute.
Yeah, we can shoot everything.
Look at the swords.
See the film, we're going on.
So you've gotten to explore the armor in this space, and we're going to pay attention to the helmets that are in this case right over here. So helmets are a type of technology because they were designed to help people. So I want you to look at these helmets, and I want you to take just like a minute to explore and see, look at the shapes, the design of them, and pick which one is your favorite. Which one would you choose to be your helmet, okay? You're choosing your favorite. How 4 seconds
Because the eye part is so small, like a tight space. You know how when you squint your eyes?
right, when I count to 3, I want to see you pose holding your shield, okay? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, if you want to do a really quick drawing of it, we can. I see know a little bit about it being a puppet. So somebody was wondering what was inside, right? So if you were to lift up the other mummy, this is what you might find inside. So they all probably are a little different, but if you squat down, you can look, do you see under there? So there's more hieroglyphs and stuff under the lid. Like you can see on the screen there, the different layers that the body would be wrapped in. So when we bury people today too, we still do things to kind of help the body preserve. And so it would be wrapped in different layers of materials. And then we have, you mentioned the artist painting all of these hieroglyphs and images as to mean different things. I wanted to say thank you for coming on this tour with us today and sharing all your drawings and your thoughts and your stories. So we wanted to do one quick reflection to think about what the experience was like today, what are some of our favorite things, some of the things that you might remember. So we're gonna do, it's kind of like a poem. So first thing I want you to do is think of one word to describe your experience today. 1, 2, 3.
Discovery.
Joyful. Excited. Memorable. Exciting. Amazing. Breathtaking. Awesome. Fun.
Crazy. So what I can think of, but yay!
Hello, and welcome to the Teaching in Room 9 Art Classroom. My name is Miss Lane. Are you ready to make something cool? That's what I thought. Today we're going to do painting, but not how you usually do with a paintbrush. See these? I used different materials to paint with, and by different materials I mean anything you have laying around the house. We have paper towel rolls, I have some bottle caps, pipe cleaners, bubble wrap, forks. Let's get painting. All right, first things first, we need a piece of paper, which I've already got out here, and let's start. I think we should start with the bubble wrap. Now I am gonna use a brush to get the paint on the bubble wrap, so I'll dip my paintbrush in some blue, and then I'm gonna brush it lightly on my bubble wrap. All right. Now we wanna get just enough on there that we get a little stamp, but we don't wanna put too much that we lose all the texture, because we wanna see what these different things do on the paper. All right, there we go, and I'm just gonna place it down and press gently. I don't wanna pop the bubbles in the bubble wrap. Oh, that's cool. All right, let's see if we can do another one. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get one more. All right, there we go. And that's what bubble wrap looks like when you use it as a paintbrush. Let's see what else we can do. How about a fork? I'm gonna take this fork, I'm just gonna mix it around in this yellow. I wonder what the ends would look like on my painting. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like light dots of paint. Let's flip it and get like the back. See what we can do there. Get some lines. Ah, there we go, very cool. All righty. I'm liking how the paint is like mixing on the paper. You see how the blue and the yellow are making green right here? All right, what else can we do? Let's try a cotton ball. Now I'm gonna take the cotton ball and dip it in the orange. Just gonna lightly tap it. I don't want to put too much paint on here, just a little bit. All right, and let's go for it. Whoa, big splotches. Wow. All right, you can kind of see like how the fibers make like a dappled effect, like it's very textured here. That's neat. All right, what's next? What should we do? How about a bottle cap? Now I'm gonna take the ends of the bottle cap and just glide it through this green paint here and see what we get. Oh, yeah, of course, a circle. I should have known. Well, all right. This is what we have with our textured painting. What kind of textures are you going to make in your painting at home? Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Now it's time for some fun facts about the hedgehog.
Yeah, absolutely. One really nice fun fact is the fact that they are lactose intolerant.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, they just can't have any type of dairy product whatsoever. They are omnivores, but they do prefer to eat insects. They love slugs and bugs the best. They are extremely nocturnal. They make excellent pets because they're very, very social in nature. And these quills, they're actually modified hares.
Oh, and I see that he jumps around a little bit.
Yep. They have a lot of stamina. These little creatures can run for an extremely long time.
Thanks for those amazing facts. Now it's time for us to go back to some learning.
Hola, muchachos. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to Teaching in Room 9, the region's largest classroom. I'm Senior Johnson, and today we're going to learn how to pronounce the vowels in Spanish. And they are A, E, O, U. A, which in English is A, but in Spanish they don't change. It's A, the letter E is A, the letter I is E, the letter O is O, and the letter U is U. A, E, O, U. Sometimes we say it fast, we go A, E, O, U, A, E, O, U. Those vowel sounds don't change, so whenever you see them in a word in Spanish, all you have to do is pronounce them. A as in A, and then you have E, which is A, I is E, O is O, and U is U. Let's practice with some words that have those sounds. A, casa, A, elefante, E, infante, infant, a baby. Then we have O, oso, bear. Then we have U. What sound would be U? Uva, a grape. Those are sounds that we have in Spanish for our vowels. So you have A, E, O, and U. So I want you to think about a casa. I want you to think about an elefante for E. I want you to think about an infante, a baby, for E, which is I. And then I want you to think of an oso, a bear, for O. And then for U, I want you to think of a grape, an uva. So you have your vowels, A, E, O, U. Let's put an M on it. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. With the A, E, O, U. Those are your sounds of the vowels in Spanish. Thank you for joining me in learning your vowels in Spanish. Rum bum bum bum, learning Spanish is fun. Adios. Bye-bye.
Great day, everybody. This is Candace with Chaos, and I want to introduce you to my friends, the Chaos Kids. Chaos Kids are just like you. They have feelings just like anybody else, but they've learned to keep healing and overcoming struggles. And this is what they say so that they can remember. They say, my feelings are my feelings, they are mine to have. I can't feel happy, angry, silly, confused, grumpy, or sad. I would rather feel excited, but sometimes I feel blue. But no matter how I feel, I shouldn't hurt me or you, because I'm a Chaos Kid. They keep healing and overcoming struggles, and you can too. Air hugs and sour kisses.
Welcome back to our amazing classroom. Did you have a great adventure today? Oh, it was an amazing adventure. Okay, what was your favorite part of your adventure today? Ooh, okay, that's what I like to hear. Boys and girls, now it is time. It is time for my little lesson. Are you ready? Today we're talking about 3D shapes. 3D shapes. That means you can see all around the shapes. So let's name our 3D shapes. What should we start? Ooh, let's start with this one. You know the name of this? Not a circle, it's a sphere. Everybody say sphere. Yes, yes. All right, let's go with my next one. Ooh. Yeah, it has square faces. You're right. It has square faces. It's a cube. Everybody say cube. All right. Ooh, look at this one. Look at, it's a rectangular face. That's what the front is called, rectangular face, and the sides. It's called rectangular prism. Everybody say rectangular prism. All right. And then we have a cone. That is correct. That's a cone, like an ice cream cone. Everybody say cone. All right. Let's talk about this one right here. Cylinder. Say cylinder. All right. It has flat circular faces. All right. I have one more. And what is this? A pyramid. It has what kind of triangular faces? Oh, my boys and girls, it is time. It is time for us to get in out of room 9. Let's spell our favorite word. N-I-N-E. 9. Thank you for being in room 9. Bye-bye.
Teaching in Room 9 is supported in part by Know who to reach out to when you need help. There is hope. Call or text 988.